Good morning. Today I thought we'd do a quick video. This is regarding the Supernote. And essentially what I want to do is just talk about one particular feature. For those of you who don't know, the Supernote has what's called, or I refer to anyway, as the star marking feature. And it is the killer feature for this device for me in the workplace. So my use case is I basically take my device into meetings, I take notes, I might do some creative thinking between meetings or planning. So I'm taking notes, which any device can do. But in the context of that, I'm also recording to-dos and I'm marking them as these meetings go along, and that's happening in multiple forums throughout the day. And I'm using multiple notebooks to do that. So the star marking system is a way for me to reliably track my to-dos across these different notebooks and to be able to retrieve them at any point in time. Other systems like Remarkable and Books have marking systems, but they're not quite as elegant or as reliable as what you're about to see here. So I just wanted to demonstrate the two particular aspects of the system, which makes it unique amongst all the e-ink note-taking devices. So let's start off with how the system works from a marking perspective. So let's say that I'm taking notes and um, I'll say need to follow up. Okay, that's my note. So to mark that, I'm going to draw a star. Okay, that didn't catch. Let's try this again. Beautiful. So this is the first aspect that is critically important. You notice that it took me 2 attempts to create that star. Now, some of that is because I'm writing at an angle, and it's usually a little more reliable than 50%. But here's the point. I know real time if the system is recognizing the marker or not. So by converting from my handwriting to the star, I know I'm locked in, and when it comes to searching for this to do, it will come up. So in contrast, Books has a feature where you can create and draw symbols, and then you can search on those symbols, although there's a critical limitation to that, which I'll get to in a second. So, for example, you could draw a triangle, and you would draw a triangle like this, for example. It's an ugly triangle. That's better. But here's the problem. In the Books device, I have no idea whether the system has acknowledged that I've created that triangle, whether it can recognize it as a triangle. There's no ambiguity here. The fact that it switches from my handwriting to that symbol like so in the second case is real-time evidence that I need that my to-do is captured and I can move on and I don't have to think about it. No other system has that reassurance. Now there are tags, and obviously you know when a tag is applied, but it's not nearly as elegant as drawing out the star, and it still has limitations. So this is one of the two killer aspects of the star marking system, is that you have 100% assurance that you know the system will recognize your symbol. The second aspect of it is when it comes time for search. And unfortunately, I'm just going to have to kind of talk through this because I don't want to share my work notes. But if you scroll down, okay, so you get to the search icon and you click on that. So you see your options. And here there's one called star, so I'm going to click on star. And if I click on search now, what it's going to do is it's going to give me a line for every note. It'll start with every notebook that has a star marking. And then I'll have the option to select page. So if I have, say, a 50-page notebook and there's 3 to-dos or 3 stars that I've marked in that file, and I go to page, it'll give me 3 different lines. What I'll be able to do then is it'll give me, the title of the notebook, the page number. I'll be able to click on it. It will go right to the page. I'll see the star marking. And then Unfortunately, this is where Books is a little bit better. So Books, when you do a list like that, you've got a back button. There's no back button in the Supernote, but all you have to do is just swipe down. I'll have to get out of this first, actually. So I'm back in the note, swipe down, and click on the magnifying glass. Now, in this example, I didn't do a search, but if I had done a search, it would have retained the search. So it would have taken 2 swipes, but I would have gotten right back to the same list that I had without having to search again. And if I had erased the star, like so, then it would automatically disappear from the list. So the killer feature there is that the search is happening between notebooks. So all my to-dos will come up. Oops. When I do this search. So the 2 things that make the star system unique, in summary, is one, when I make the marker, you know exactly that it's been recorded, and I can count on it being there when I get to my search later. And 2, when I do the search, I can search specifically on those star markers across notebooks, and so all my to-dos will appear. There is no other system as elegant or as reliable as the star marking system, and that's why the Supernote is my choice in the workplace. So hopefully this video kind of helped demonstrate that in action, and if there's any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day.